Hello, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner after a brief hiatus. I'm live again. Thank you for joining. Just checking to see where everything is, and I can't see myself, but I will find me. There we go. All right, so yes, as I was saying, a brief hiatus of lives. I had a family member's wedding, as you may know if you follow me. And also last week was Father's Day. I thought that you guys have better things to do than spending it with me. I certainly did, and for the first time in many years I was able to spend Father's Day with my dad. So anyway, so here we are tonight, and we're gonna do alternatives to the beautiful paper pumpkin of this month, Welcome In. So this suite coordinated with this paper pumpkin coordinated with the Countryside Inn, which we have right here in page 62 of our beautiful catalog. And all the elements inside the paper pumpkin coordinated with that. Especially useful are the dies that cut all these rectangles, and some of them come with the sets, as you can see here, like this kind of I call it rectangles. They're not rectangles, they're octagons, I think. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes. But anyway, so you can create more of them if you have the Countryside suite. So these are the cards that come straight from the designs in the box. They're gorgeous. I just was showing them to my friend Nicole, and she was mentioning how it reminds them to the Delft pottery. This thing with the soft Delft colors, kind of like the Dutch pottery. Very nice. And then we have this one, also with the jars here, like vases, sorry. And one more. This one, as the vase came in a separate die cut. These ones are from the die cut. This one you have a die cut that it was a white, and then you just stamp it. And this one is also stamped. So I think I ran out over of them to show you how they looked, but anyway, they were here. Okay, white ones. And if you miss this set, you can recreate many of the things I'm gonna show you if you have the Countryside Inn, some of the Countryside Inn elements from the suites, especially the dies and the gorgeous designer series paper. This doesn't have the Calypso coral color that came in the box, which I like very much how it combines with the blues in this, but this has gorgeous blues. Anyway, you've seen me show it before, so I'm just gonna get to it, okay? Because I have 4 designs to show you. Let me preview them before we move on. And we have this one, and this I cut this one from with one of the dies in the Countryside corners, which they're all over the place now, but here they are. All right, and then I embossed it with the matching embossing folder, Countryside Blossoms. So pass it through the machine, and you get this embossed image right here. Sorry, I'm gonna put these together later because we don't want to waste time with that. I need to get more magnetic plates for that. So this is one of the cards, and you can use it like this, or we can put a white piece of paper and decorate it inside. It's light enough. This is the boho blue cardstock, so it's light enough that you can write on it. You don't need to do the add-on. Then we have this fan fold. We have 2 fan folds that I want to show you. This is one of them. This uses the Calypso coral card base that comes in it, and it's, you know, it kind of uses both of the things. This is the one that comes in the set, and it comes pre-stamped with this image, well, pre-stamped or pre-printed with this image. and we added the rest. And this is using again the countryside corners. And if you just ink, and let's see if I don't know if I redid it or not, you just ink the 2 extra layers and cut just that. It's kind of hard to do. You can cover that up as well, and I think that would be a better way to do it, but I did it the difficult way, and I had to do a couple of tries. But then if there's a boo-boo, you can always cover it with your flowers here. So anyway, so that's the second card that we're gonna show. And then we have another fan fold, this one. This again is a piece that comes, one of the die cuts that come in the middle. Hi Deborah, how are you? And Deborah will recognize this design because I saw that I missed the team meeting, and this was the mystery project that we did, like this design. I think it's similar to this. I'm not sure about this piece, but from the pictures that people posted, I gathered that it was similar to that. I said, why not make it as an alternative with these elements? And then I did this one that is very simple with a simple stamping. On this side, you have the motif of the flowers here as a ribbon going down the card, and then just stamp the flowers, and this is also stamped. And because I ran out of the white bases, I think I actually fussy cut this, or this may be the last one of the white ones, and I fussy cut another one. But anyway, thank you, Deborah. All right, so let's get going, because 4 cards, and you know I'm not fast. We don't want to be here 2 hours. At least I don't, because I haven't had dinner yet. And let's start with, I don't know, which one should we start with? We start with the easy one now. We're gonna start with one of the more elaborate ones. Okay, let's start with this one. All right, I'm gonna put it here for reference. So for this one, I used, this is one of the card bases that came, and I cut it in 2 pieces. I wish I had more pieces, but I used them all. So it's like this one, kind of, but with this design. And I cut it into pieces, and I cut this piece to be 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut a piece of navy blue, Night of Navy cardstock to layer it. Actually, I haven't cut this yet, so you'll see me cutting it. and the card, for the card base, I'm using the regular size boho blue cardstock, 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, score in the middle. Okay, so let's cut these to what I said. That was 4 by, okay, that was one of my stamps on the floor. I'll pick it up in a second. Okay, for this has the fold here of the card, so I'm gonna cut from that end. And of course I use the other side of the card base to make my reference card. So you get 2 cards from 1 card base. And that's what I like to do when there's such beautiful card bases, right? It's a waste of the back side. Just to remind you, this card base made this card, which is gorgeous. Just like, this is a lot of wasted image for the back, if you ask me, because people don't look at the back most of the times. All right, so let me cut this at 4 by 5 1/4, if I did it correctly. And this should be 2/8 bigger on each side, so it layers just with a little bit of like 1/8 of an inch. Is this 1/8 of an inch? I think, not a 1/16 of an inch. Let me just measure it for you. Where is my ruler? Since I came back from my trip, everything is a mess. I have to organize, but I haven't had the time. I went straight to work. I worked from my trip. It was not fun. Well, it was fun. It was not fun having to work, but anyway. So it's 4 1/8, so there's a 1/16 of an inch all around. All right, so let's glue this, get this ready. I'm gonna try to go fast, as I said, but I don't promise you anything. All right. A 1/16 of an inch. It's just very sliver of navy blue. And if you don't have the Night of Navy cardstock, you can use one of the card bases that was all solid blue, like this one. And you can use this part and just cut it in half and use this as your base, which I did for the other card. And then we are gonna need our embossed octagon, just like so. This is pretty easy. So first we're gonna put the ribbon, which I actually put it here in the middle layer, but I think I'm gonna put it on the outside layer. The ribbon is boho blue, just a little bit across, and then we're gonna do a faux bow or just a simple knot. This ribbon is very nice. I love it, but it's a little thick. I wish it was a little thinner for this kind of layering thing, but you can make it work. So we're gonna put it more or less in the middle, like so, right? So I'm gonna use a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus just to hold it in place. I like to do that because then I can see what I wanna, so it's straight before I put it down. And if it's not right, I can still pull it out and adjust. So that's what I like to use the Stampin' Seal for these purposes. And this is, or basically, it's a little bit farther down than the middle, but it's fine. I kind of like it a little bit irregular, and I'm actually gonna put this on the side too, just for variation's sake. So this gets attached. Well, I'm gonna put this first because now that I have the ribbon, I don't want this to stick to my mat here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of glue. Always put some extra glue on my ribbons if they're in the back side. All right, so just make sure that it's centered in my card base. And this is gonna be held down by this piece that I'm gonna put in the middle, so don't worry if it's a little loose, because we need to put the little faux bow here. I'm gonna cut it a little longer than I should, so I have wiggle room, because this ribbon frays a bit when you pull from it, so you may wanna have to cut the tails after you pull it, so might as well have extra, right? Once I have it where I want it, I'll cut it later after I'm done with all the pieces. Now we're gonna put this in dimensionals. This piece, as I said, is embossed with the embossing folder of Countryside Blossoms, and it's cut with the third rectangle, if I'm not mistaken. You can cut it bigger or smaller. It's just to add a little bit of texture to your card. And let's see my dimensionals here. And I want to make sure that I miss the ribbon. I mean, it will be held down, but I don't want it to have to be on top of the ribbon per se. Yeah, that's a good measure, so I'll put it right about there. Yeah, where I put the other one? Yeah, maybe a little further down, like this. Let's see. All right, take the box off. I'm gonna, as I said, move this one to the side so it's a little bit off center, but I think it looks nice like that. As long as it's parallel, your lines are parallel more or less. I like it like that. Now I can adjust the ribbon if I want to, which I will. Mostly because this is gonna be a pain in the neck to put in an envelope otherwise. My ribbon scissors, trusty companions. And we need now our base here and the stamp that I just threw on the floor. So let me go get it, if I can get out of my little tiny space. All right, here it is. And for this, I'm just gonna stamp sunflowers. Oh, I don't have another base of that. I'm gonna need a base. So I need to stamp the flowers and I need to stamp the base. So let's get to it. The flowers, I'm gonna do Night of Navy. The base, sorry, Night of Navy. I may need more scrap paper, but I bought the whole pack, so I'm ready for that. My mat, foam mat, because this is a photopolymer like all the paper pumpkins are. Alright, I think this has enough ink. And I'm gonna put it right here on the side because I wanna see if I can manage to put the flowers there. Alright, so we're gonna have to fussy cut that. If you have the set and you have not started, you have the piece that I showed you before, already pre-cut, the die cut, and you can just use that. But where is it? I was gonna show it to you again. Oh, here it is. Oh, look, I had extras. I could have used that. Let's do that. Okay, I don't feel like fussy cutting. All right, so I have an extra one. I thought I was done. Okay, I can use this for another thing. So let me ink this again. But as I said, you can make more. You need more bases. Fussy cut is not so hard to fussy cut. And it's actually kind of hard to eye this in the middle, I found. Not hard, but you know, you have to have a good eye. Let's see. I think that should do it. Let's see. Well, it's a little off center, you see, but it doesn't matter. It will work out. There you go. It's a little bit of a line there, but I can fix that by using a little sponge dauber, if I can find one, which I had here because I used it the other day. Darn. Oh, this is green. All right, give me a second. All right, purple, brown. Okay, maybe I'll just use a new sponge dauber if I can find one. I was not planning to having to do that. Okay. All right, we'll just use an old sponge. Just a little bit. This is an old sponge. It's gonna, but you can use a sponge dauber. It's one of these. It just don't happen to have a blue one because this is green, I think. Oh no, yes, this is green, and you don't want to mess it up. All right, so just a little bit of sponging will take care of that white edge. And I'm going to put extra that if I did regular sponging, and that's it, right? Or I can use a fussy cut, the one that I had to fussy cut. Anyway, Okay, moving on. So we have that, and now we're gonna do the flowers. This is actually nicer. You know what, guys? I'm taking it back. I'm gonna cut it. Hi, Joanne. How are you? I know. I love the paper pumpkin too, Deborah. I just lift my site and I saw you commenting on that. It's a nice one. Honestly, lately they have been really nice, because last month with the adventure set one, what was it called? I can't remember. That was really nice too. The exploring in color, that's the one. But you see, this doesn't take that much to fussy cut, and at least you don't have to eye exactly where the things is gonna be. I don't know, that's just me. Plus I don't like how it inked the thing. There we go. Easy enough, right? All right, put this away. And we move to the flowers. Okay, where are my flowers? Here. And I'm gonna do the flowers in boho blue. Oh, you will have fun with the adventure one. It's so pretty, and I like the I like that the design is sorry. I like that the design is like it wrap around again, because then you can use it, as I said, for this one. You can use it for several cards if you split them in half. Okay, so I'm just doing 5 flowers. They don't have to be in a specific position or anything. And then I'm using this little stem. I think it's a stem. I don't know. I'm using it as a stem. So I'm just, and I'm trying to do them so they all come inside this, the vase, so that you don't get a stem going this side. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to angle them, and it doesn't matter that it goes over. And this one, you know, I'm gonna do an extra stem for the one that's back there, and then for this one, so they all kind of come like this. Oh my god, look what I did. But it's gonna get cut anyway. Oh my god, what a mess, Candy. Anyway, that serves me right for using such a big block for a small little stem. But anyway, it will be clean, and that's gonna be fussy cut too, so it's not gonna be seen. So my little block was used for something else, and I have another little block, but I don't know what it is. All right, now we fussy cut. Don't worry about this too much, because as I said, this is gonna be behind the vase, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of white around it. Am I on camera? I hope so. Let me take this off. Oh yeah, chop chop, Joanne. You know, they pile up, and then the boxes take room, and I don't know how big your house is. Mine is tiny, and next to my sofa I have all these boxes of kits and paper pumpkins, that if my sister saw it, she would be scolding me, because she's an organizing fiend. But yeah, and I've done most of them, but not completely, so I have pieces here and there, and it's like, oh, I keep them organized in the box, but the boxes pile up, and I have to, actually, let me cut a little bit so I can move my paper a little bit better. So anyway, yes, so I also like to use the boxes for gifts. I decorate them and with designer series paper, and I put things like, oh, the shadow of the camera doesn't let me see what I'm doing. Of the flash, I mean, but it's actually pretty good light. If it weren't for the shadow. All right, let's take this piece out here, clean this here, there we go. And now we're going around, taking the ink boo-boo out. I should have done that previously, because this, as I always say, you probably don't want to see me fussy cutting, but I wanted to show you how to stamp that so it looks like it all goes inside the base. I mean, it's not rocket science or anything, but you know, good to have a show and tell, right? So this is gonna be like that. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue there. It could be, oh, where's my stamping seal? Where did I put it? Oh, here. I really have to get organized. I was doing things for the wedding before I left. Then I came back and was straight to work with a lot of work. And I haven't had time to clean up or organize. So this is how it looks. Pretty, huh? I like them at least. And of course you can do this in another color. You could do this in the Calypso Coral and it would look very nice as well. But anyway, I like the Delft thing. And this, I put a little bit there. I want more stems showing. So, and this is gonna go like this on the side. So I'm gonna put dimensionals on this side and in this top flower. And on this side, let me measure that again. Yeah, here and here. And I can put a glue dot or just a little bit of glue here. We'll do it where it goes on top of the label there. Take the backings off. And put it to my liking, which is gonna be right there. And now all we need is the message. This set comes with welcome messages, but it has a welcome message, you're invited, it has friend, and it has thank you for your hospitality. But what's the one thing I need the most? Birthday cards. So I'm gonna do a birthday message, and I found a little birthday message that I like in the go-to greetings set. I think it's retired, but it has greetings, happy birthday, hello, just a note, and thank you in a variety of fonts and sizes. So I find this set really, really useful. I use it all the time. Anyway, so we're gonna do this in Night of Navy over a strip of boho blue. So I want the contrast of the Night of Navy of the font of the message. And my Night of Navy is a little dry, but I think it will work. I don't need the matte for this one because it's a cling set which has the foamy stuff already. See the foamy stuff. All right, it came out very nice. And now, because I don't trust myself to do a straight line set for so long, I'm gonna use my cutter here, my trimmer, and I'm gonna put it such so that I do a little flaggy. All right, like this. Maybe I can even trim it a little bit more on the back because I want a really thin strip. There we go, perfect. And now all we need to do is cut the tails of the flag here. And I'm gonna trim it a little bit, like so. And then we're gonna do cut in the middle, and from the corner to the middle, from the corner to the middle for our flags. Hi Julia, how are you? I hope you all had good Father's Days. And I'm looking forward to my long weekend in the 4th of July. We have off on the 3rd, so I'm very, very thankful for that. There we go. And for this, we're gonna put it right there. So I'm gonna put a little dimensional, maybe a big dimensional will work. No, I'm gonna put a little dimensional, just because I don't want it to show from the sides. Yeah, better that way. And then the rest, a little bit of glue. Just a little bit. A little goes a long way for this. And that's it. And if you want to decorate with some of the embellishments that come here, you can do so. If I can find them, I will. Oh, there we go. I found them. Surprising. These are kind of like enamel dots in navy blue. Or you can use the boho blue, if I can find them. Where am I? Yeah. No, I was done with them. I've used so many of these, the in color dots, that I'm already to my 2nd package. And I know I opened it. Okay, well. Okay, here they are. Found them. They're these here. And I think these will look very cute. So I'm gonna use these. I have to order more, man. I forgot to put in my order with the free shipping the other day. I hope you guys took advantage of that. Free shipping is a good thing, because then you can order your heavy stuff and not have to pay shipping. It was a 1 day only, and we never know when that's gonna be. Not even us demonstrators, they don't let us know in advance. A lot in advance. I know some of us got caught ordering before the free shipping, right? And I'm looking for my, oh, here we go. Take your pick tool, or I cannot find it, at least I'll use this to grab this, and I can put, just to embellish a little bit this. I'm gonna put 3 in the 3 sizes. There you go. Nice, right? All right, let's move on quickly, because we have we've spent a half hour for that one card. Well, and the introductions and such. But good. Yes, I do too, Joanne. I know. Yes, Deborah, I agree. You know, order your punches while you can with the free shipping. All right, so let's move on to card number 2, and let's see which one I pull. Oh, is this one. So this one is another fan fold that I made with this strip here that comes die cut, pre-cut in the set. You see? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure how long it was. I think it was about there. Just put with my fingernail mark there, because I forgot to measure it. And we're also using this piece that also comes in the set, and as I explained, this is from the upper the outside of the countryside corner, sorry. It's like this, the 2 first rounds, and silly me, I inked only the sides, and then I missed a little bit of here, and I should have masked it with post-it and then remove the post-it, and I would have been a better idea. But as I said, you can cover this with a flower or 2. So let me do that to begin with. Where are my flowers here? And this time I'm gonna do the flower in navy, Night of Navy. Just clean the color. Let me put this away. I need room. I need room to work. And my TV tray is very small. And I run out of room every 2 seconds. So let's do this. As I explained, this Night of Navy stamp set is a little ink pad is a little dry, so I should re-ink it. So I'm gonna try to cover my boo-boo there. Perfect. You see this? Magic. There's nothing happening there. No. And I'm gonna do 3 flowers here, and then 1 flower here. I think that's enough. Yeah, I like it. I don't know how many I did in the other one. Let's take a peek. Oh, 1. Haha. Same. Yeah, the puppies are nice, right? So anyway, so for this card, I'm gonna fold this piece, and this is gonna be the little strip that keeps the fold opening and closing. So I'm gonna see if I can line up the mark that I made with my thumb, so it more or less is like the one I showed. Is here? Yeah, here. All right. So this should be, now I'm gonna tell you the measurement so you don't have to do the thumb thingy. Is 1.5. So like 1.5. Oops. And it's folded 1.5 like this. All right. So let's do the base first. Now we have our inside part, and it's not totally the inside part, it's gonna be like this, right? And this is gonna be attached here, and this is gonna be put on top of this and on top of this other thing. This is half of the Night of Navy card base that I divided in half, but for this card it would have been better to use just regular Night of Navy, so the back wouldn't be totally white. But anyway, if you want more space to write, you can do that there too. Either way, whatever you want. If you have Night of Navy, use it. If you don't have it, you can use the card base. That's what we're using as much as we can from this set. And this comes from the other kind of card base, which I cut in the middle. And now we have to adjust this to, I think it's 4 by 5.25. All right, so let me do that. Get the trimmer back out. And I'm saving this strip because I don't know, for instance, underneath a label or something, it may look cute. By 5.25. That also I'm saving. There we go. So we're gonna put this right there. Let's start with that. And then you'll see that we don't have a base that's Calypso Coral, which is the other coordinating color in this kit. And Countryside In is all in blues, the coordinating suite. But what I did, because I haven't got the dies yet, by the way, I forgot to mention that this paper pumpkin comes with an add-on that is a coordinating dies, and I placed the order the other day, but I haven't got it in time, so I'm gonna have to fussy cut this one too. And what I did is I got one of these and I use it as a stencil. I'll mark it with a pencil, and now I'm gonna fussy cut it. Of course, by the time I get my dies for the base, I'll be done with this set, but you know, probably not, because it's very pretty and I like to do more with it. So I'm gonna fussy cut this. And I'm not doing it in particular order. I was putting together a car base. Now I'm cutting the focal point. Whatever. Everything has to be done, so it doesn't matter the order. So, again, it's easier to do when I don't have the flash on. But the flash lets you see what I'm doing better, I think. I hope I was in camera all the time, but anyway, I'm just fussy cutting. You don't need to see. Try to follow the line. And this actually needs to be a little bit more pointy. Huh. All right. Oh, I don't like how it end up. It's not cutting the corner. I don't know why. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna put it the other way, because we are gonna stamp this with the flower stamp, which is right here, and just halfway through for a nice designy vase. Actually, the other way around. This is the upper part. The wider part is the upper part for this vase. I guess you could do it the other way around, but you know, the flowers won't all get, the stems won't all get in. Okay. Checking that it's properly inked since it's half dry, and then I'm just gonna go like this. We have our designer vase here. Very pretty. All right, so now we put it together. Upper part, these with dimensionals. Where did I leave them? Right here. Boy, I'm getting so hungry. I just had brunch with a friend at like what time? Like 1 or 2. And now I'm hungry. Anyway. But don't worry, we're gonna finish this before I go to have my dinner. And then again, I needed a happy birthday. In this case, I used, and we can put whatever message you want with whatever set, so that it's not bigger than this. I used this from Circle Sayings, a happy birthday. It's pretty. It has 2 different fonts in it, and it's in 2 lines. So I think it's perfect for this side right here. And I'm doing it in Night of Navy. There we go. Perfect. I love it. Isn't it cute? It's a very nice font. I like it. And it's also very hot. I don't know. I'm complaining a lot today. Am I not? I don't know what's going on with me. All right. We're going to put this here in the middle. We're going to try to center it. Or I don't remember if I put this first. Okay. You know what I did wrong, people? I attached this. I was supposed to put this in. Darn. Let's see if I can lift it a little bit. Oh God. All right, don't worry, I'll fix it. It needs a little bit lifting, so I'm gonna get my X-Acto knife. I'm gonna try to run it underneath. Perfect. You see, just a little bit. Okay, you're supposed to put this first before you put the other one. I think I need more room to slide this. Okay, I think now it will fit. Come on. There we go. All in. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, thank God for that. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do first, I mean, we're supposed to put a little bit of glue here, but I'm gonna make sure that everything is where it should be, because we want to put this right center, and then we want to make sure that this covers the rest. See what I mean? So let's attach this first. You can see that I tried several times, but I managed finally. And I know then I said like, oh, I should have put post-it masking the middle part, but I did not. Next time I will do that. Will save me the grief. All right, there we go. And now we got them put this right there covering the middle part, so it looks like, oh, that's nice, and then you just open it and you have your message inside. So it has to be like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here. Make sure you don't go all the way, because it's not gonna go all the way, but I recommend you use liquid glue so you have wiggle room to adjust it to where you want it, and straight right there. Oops, it slid. All right, let me put it back in. All right, and that's how it goes. Pretty nice and simple. I like it. I hope you do too. Anyway, moving to card number 3. I mean, again, this you can put embellishments. I'm not gonna put embellishments in this one, at least not for now, but you could if you wanted to. But this is busy enough, I think. All right, so card number 3. We're gonna do the other front fold. Is this one, and this uses the card base, but I cut from the card base with the bigger of the rectangles on the country side corners dies, and I use the middle piece that comes for that, right? And this paper, this is designer series paper from the Countryside Inn collection, and this is the boho blue ribbon, and this is one of the die cuts that comes in it, and this also comes from the the center of the Countryside Inn that I just cut with the corresponding octagon, yeah. And in this one I put lots of embellishments because what the heck, I want it. All right, so let's go for that one. Where's my package of ingredients? Is it this one? No, it's this one. All right, there we go. And I had this, I did this a little differently. This I had done with Night of Navy. I'm gonna do this one with boho blue, and this, as I explained, is the card base that I cut in half, and then I cut the octagon out of it to use as my flap. So for this you need a card base that's this side, like the landscape side, half of the landscape side folded in half, so it's like 11 by 4 and a quarter, and yeah, 11 by 4 and a quarter, score at 5.5, right? And then we're gonna use this for our inside. Is this for the inside? It's a little small. Oh no, I remember. I wanted to use this one instead, because this one is bigger. Never mind, I put extra stuff there. So I'm gonna do this, but first what we did is like I did is like you have to cut like an inch of here from this front flap, right? So let's do that first. And I'm gonna use the measurement on the other side of the guide I'll save this for something else. By the way, I'm using, for this other second card, I'm using Misty Moonlight, okay? Because it's another one of the colors that is featured on the Countryside in colors. So now I'm gonna put this here as a layer. I could do this, but it's gonna be very busy with this because this is gonna go on top of it and it's gonna be too much. See, that's why. A little bit of glue. With my bone folder, if I can find it. There we go. Actually clean my bone folder with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, because it was a little sticky from the glue and it feels so good now. It's the little things, right? And I kind of like that paper with this paper with this, because you don't want, as I said, too busy a design because it would clash with this one, right? So I'm using this one because I like it, because this is too much. Plus it's trees on the side. Yeah, no. There we go. We center we have 1/8 of an inch all around for this one. And I did exactly what I did before. I'm supposed to put this underneath, I think. But this is still wet, so I'm gonna lift it and we'll glue it again. Darn. I can't believe I did it twice. Twice in one night. That's lovely. Just all right. Thank God for liquid glue, because it had been some other, it would be much harder to do this. There we go. So this I'm gonna score more or less like where this line is, like with in the corner here. A little bit more maybe, just so it folds properly. I'm scoring it. What did I say it was? At 4, I think. At 4, yes. So let's score it at 4. So I give you exact measurements. And that's my flap. I'm just gonna put over here and make sure it's center, and I'm gonna glue it properly. Okay, so now I can put a little bit of glue. Being careful that I'm not going over my line. Yeah, I think that works. Phew, I saved it. Where is my head today? Alright. Nobody's the wiser, right? That's how it looks. And then here we have the message. Again, I'm gonna use a happy birthday because I need happy birthday cards all the time. But, and again, you can see how I reuse my paper, but that's part of the trick. And we'll use the Night of Navy as well. See if I can center it. Can't promise you much. I need to put it close to me because otherwise I don't see if it's properly centered. And I'm still stamping the message in Night of Navy because I like to show more than, oh, I think this looks lovely. Don't you think? I think it looks perfect. It looks like handwritten. I love this message. It's very delicate. Now we're gonna put dimensionals for this one. And I want this to hang around outside this, so I'm not gonna put it too close to the edge there. I'm just gonna put 3. 1, 1, 2 on this side, and then that other one. I knew I was gonna do that. I knew it. See? Let's see if I can do it farther in. Maybe this will work. Yeah, it's fine. I should have put the 2 here instead of there, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put it almost to the edge, making sure that the dimensionals don't not seen. That's it. And I don't mind that you can see a little bit of my mess up here. Nobody's gonna care. And then we're gonna have our vase here that we're also gonna put in dimensionals. 1 and 2. This is almost the width of the neck of the vase, so I'm gonna make sure that it's not seen from the outside. And I'm just gonna put it right there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of ribbon. And this time I'm gonna use this other ribbon because it's Misty Moonlight, so I'm gonna use the Misty Moonlight inner braid ribbon. I'm gonna make sure that I have enough for a bow. Somebody said this ribbon was not very good for bows because it's one-sided, but we'll see how it looks. We'll make it work, right? I can twist it like this and see, and twist it so it shows the inner braid, at least in the, I'll play with it. I'm happy with it. I'll play with it. Now I need my ribbon scissors. There. If I twist this around, it will show the white. And it's a little big, but I can trim the tails. And play it till you're happy with it. And I'm just using this ribbon for the very first time. I kind of like it. And I don't mind that you can see the back of that one. There we go. And then for the inside of the card, we're just gonna place this this is one of the labels, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you like him. There's one more left. Don't go just yet. All right. Just the important thing is that you don't see outside of this, so as long as you center, it should be nice enough, right? So this is the card, and for this one I put more embellishments because I think that it will add a little bit of interest over here. And now I have to find where I put the other ones. I don't know. I just had them out when I used them for the other thing, and I left them out for this one, and they've disappeared. Oh no, they are here. Okay, never mind. Found them. All right, let me, oops, this away. So what did I do? I did a big one for a flower, but this one has the flower up here, so I'm gonna use this one for here, for like the center of the flower. Then I'm gonna do another one for here, and then I'm gonna do 3 smaller ones, or a variety of sizes, for outside there. Yes, maybe this one here, and a big one down there, and a middle one. That's why I'd run out of them, these dots, so quickly, because I like to use them. All right, so that's the card. And if it bothers you that this ribbon is a little, because it's again a little thick and it's a little loose here, you can always put a little bit of tear and tape, and let me do that, so being careful so it stays in place. You can also do that inside. Actually, let's do it inside, because if there's something happening, it'll be easier. There, so at least it won't slide or anything now. And I'm gonna put a little bit more there so it doesn't go too much outside. Just being careful to hide it. Alright. There you go. Now it's nice. As long as you can put that in an envelope, or if you hand give the card, even better for these bulky cards, because sometimes the postal office doesn't like it when it's too bulky. Anyway, this is my 3rd card. Let's go for the last one. And look at that, I'm at an hour. I'm very proud of myself, because I thought like, oh my god, I'm gonna take forever and people are gonna get bored. And the last one is very simple. I wanted to call it simple stamping, but I don't know if you put layers on it. I don't know if it qualifies as simple stamping, but that was my goal. Simply stamped. If it's not simple stamping, totally simple stamping. So what I noticed is that this flower thing, it has the stamp. It has the shape that it could be tessellated. You know, meaning that you put one inside the other, and you becomes like a pattern. So thank you, Kate. I'm glad you like them. So let me see if it's clean, and it's not clean. So let me clean that so we don't make any boo-boos. And that's what we're gonna do with that pattern on the side, that ribbon of flowers coming from vertically. So we're gonna use boho blue, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm sorry if I'm not on camera. I have to see exactly where I'm layering things. Okay, so you want to start from outside your paper, and wherever you want to put your banner, trying to make it straight. And then see how this has like this V, and this starts with a V, so that you try to see and make it work like that. And if you're a little bit over, it's a very forgiving design, so nobody's gonna notice. And again, you do the same for this one. See? Isn't it nice? I like it, at least. And then we are gonna also use the flowers here, and for that we're gonna make sure that this is with the right ink. So I'm gonna clean my stamp. I think it was boho blue, but you never know. And I'm gonna do 3 flowers here. And I'm gonna get the stem, try not to mess it up, and I'm gonna put the stems of the flower. Oh, this came a little bit crooked. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna see if I can just first like extend this a little bit. Not that it matters, whatever. It's not perfect, but you know what? I can put another flower there. There you go. Now nobody will know. So now I put another flower, so I'm gonna put another stem there. It will dry lighter than it looks. You know what? I don't like it. Scratch that. The paper has 2 sides, so we're gonna try again. All right. Let's see if I can do it better. I did it fine the first times yesterday, so I don't understand what happened today. That I'm live, probably, that's it. There we go. And this one barely needs a stem, but I'm just gonna put like an indication of it. I think that's much better, don't you think? And now again for my Circle Saints happy birthday. Circle Saints, by the way, oh, I had this open. If it was dry before, it's gonna be even more dry now. Drier than now. I'm gonna put happy birthday, and we're all only stamping. We are not doing anything spectacular here. Nothing for avid crafters or anything. So this is our layer that goes in here. I wanted to do a simple one, and we could use the vase that I made before, but I don't really love this vase, so I'm gonna do another one. And this is also crookedly folded. My God. Thank God I can fix that easily by just putting it together, putting the corners where I want them to be, and then using my bone folder to put them into place and creasing them. There. See? Now it's perfect. All right. So let's put my layer first, and then I'll decide what to do with the base. If I want to use that one or I want to create a new one. And I think I had one that I had done in boho blue yesterday. I'll see if I can find it, because you've already seen me how I did it. Fussy cutting, how I did using the die cut that already comes from it. And there we go. All right, so here's our message that we'll put with dimensionals. Don't you love that the paper has 2 sides? I do. I use it all the time, as you could see. So I don't want it exactly in the middle, but a little bit farther up, like so. And then the base, which oh, this is the base that I found. See, believe it or not, this is boho blue, and it's not the same color, and it bothers me. So I'm gonna do navy blue better. You know, I don't know, it's a pretty vase and I like it, but it was inked with boho blue, and it just it's, I don't know, the shade is not like this one. It's so weird. So let's see if I can do a better job with one of these now. Where's my map? All right. It's like when you ink it so much, it's very hard to tell. I wonder if it'd be better to do this. Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Just drop it in place and then turn it around and then lift it. Is it because the stamp is bigger than the die cut? And that kind of worked well. You think? All right. So we're just gonna put it here in dimensionals as well, overlapping a little bit or label. Just 2 dimensionals will do this time. And that's it. And that's our last card. And because this is a dark cardstock, I'm gonna put some, I'm not gonna do it now because I don't have the cut out here, but I will do the inside so you can write a message. Anyway, so this is it for this round of paper pumpkin. I'm sure I'll come up with more ideas once I get my dies, the matching dies, that the add-on that I didn't get in time for this, but these are the cards. Okay, let me put, these are the same, so I'm just gonna layer them here. And our other fan fold and our first one. All right, so I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you got some inspiration out of it. Thank you so much, Deborah, and you know, looking forward to seeing you next week. I don't know what it's in store. It's actually, it's second. It'll be in the middle of July 4, I think. Can you believe it's July? Oh, nicely done, Joanne. I was so preoccupied with my nephew's wedding that I had so many things in mind that I forgot to do that. But I'm sure I'll get them soon, and I'll keep playing with this set because it's really adorable. I really like it. But anyway, going back to next week, you know, it's July, so maybe Christmas in July. We'll see. Anyway, have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye.